Guerrilla Games showed the first gameplay walkthrough of the Frozen Wilds DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn without really spoiling a lot, just doing one side quest and talking about the things that are happening. A few things stood out and I wanted to note them in this video. If you like that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. One of the first things I noticed is the far improved quality of performance during the cutscenes in the side quest, where first in the base game the focus was more on the faces with very limited body movement, and that kinda resulted sometimes in awkward situations, while in the Frozen Wilds it seems way more natural. For example, the White Teeth Chieftain, who came up with that name, like seriously, he's moving his head around and using his hand to express himself. It just looks way more realistic. Later we find a new character called Ikri, and here we see the same amount of polish, making the conversations look way more human, again realistic. The lip sync is also really improved, and that's of course not really weird that they improved it for a character we'll probably see multiple times in the DLC, but also the Banuk Chief has way more believable lip sync that really seems improved. And I already mentioned this in my previous video. What if you, because you can access the Frozen Wilds midway through the game, what if you go to the Frozen Wilds, experience these far improved cutscenes and then go back to the base game? That will be a step backwards, and looking at this gameplay, it really seems to be the case, but that's of course also kudos to Guerrilla Games for really improving it. Going back to the part with Ikri, because she should showcase how allies work now in the Frozen Wilds, something that was already noted in an article I discussed in the previous video. You should feel less alone in this expansion because there will be more allies fighting alongside you, and it should also be more meaningful, be a better cooperation than previously.
I'll freeze it where it's... Now's your chance while it's brittle! We hunt...
And yes, it seems like freezing the targets and killing them is still a really good tactic in the Frozen Wilds. Of course, I already kind of speculated, what if the machines, because they live in the Frozen Wilds, are kind of immune to the freezing effect? Seems not the case, at least not for the enemies we see here. And why is the developer using the Rattler? Like, of all weapons, come on, blast sling away. Speaking of snow, that is also something you really see, and we of course already got a tease in the gameplay trailers they released. The snow distortion is real and it looks super great. Seeing the prints of the machines and the prints you leave behind yourself, it all makes it way more believable that we are indeed in a freezing cold landscape. Look, for example, here Aloy jumps down and creates this realistic splash in the snow. Really a feature that I did not miss when playing like the base game, but now that I see it, I really don't want to go back. Another nice touch is the snow from the snowstorm that sticks to your body, in this case the Shield Weaver. I first thought, whoa, a new version of the Shield Weaver, but no, it's snow on the Shield Weaver, and that also helps with creating that freezing cold feel. Really awesome stuff. At the end of the gameplay we see the Scorcher in action, the new machine Guerrilla Games already revealed in a trailer of course, while now we see it with kinda uncut gameplay. And one of the things that the developer mentions is that this machine can jump. And to be fair, I never really thought about that, about how many machines can jump in Horizon Zero Dawn. Maybe because we never really fight machines while the landscape has like different heights. But yeah, the Scorcher can, and it looks pretty terrifying because you think, okay, I might be safer, and boom, he is in your face again. Also interesting about the new machine is its challenge level, that is level 35, but in a demonic form. And this is new in the Frozen Wilds. The purple wires mean that the machine is demonic, and that also increases their challenge level, as we can see in a fraction of a second here, where they scanned the demonic Scrapper, which is level 17, while a regular Scrapper is level 8. So just like with the corrupted machines, the purple wires also increase the challenge level of the machine, meaning that the regular challenge level of the Scorcher is probably in the 20s, and that would be around the challenge level from the Thunderjaw and the Stormbird, that are both level 27. So I think it would put him between the Rockbreaker, that is level 23, and the two machines I just mentioned, so around the 25, something like that. And worth noting is that this Scorcher is probably the lowest new machine to kill. Looking at the trophies, it says kill 15 Scorchers, 10 Frost Claws and 6 Fire Claws, implying to me that the other new machines are harder to kill and probably have a higher challenge level. So maybe a challenge level in the 30s, but then when demonic, 40s, 50s. The Corrupted Stormbird is the highest challenge level in the base game right now at level 40, but I think that the other new machines in the Frozen Wilds will totally go past that, so bring it on. How the machines become demonic is something we will find out in the DLC according to the developers that played. So I really like the gameplay I saw, especially the improved cutscenes, really nice stuff. I think the timing to put up this video is still a little bit weird. I mean, the DLC comes out on Tuesday, we're now Friday, so you just have to wait a few days in order to play the things you just saw. On the other hand, what they showed was not really spoiler heavy. We already knew that the Scorcher would be in the DLC. The other machines we saw we already knew. And it kind of showed you the improved cutscenes and the kind of snow distortion and stuff like that. So that was really cool. I thought the overall showing was pretty awesome. And it's probably just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, see what I did there? Anyway, I still thought that the choice of the Rattler was a weird thing. Like, of all the weapons, you choose to shoot that one. Maybe it gets a buff with the Frozen Wilds. I will report back when I know more. I will be all over the DLC. Let me know what you thought of the gameplay walkthrough in the comments down below. Like this video to support the channel, and of course check out my other videos. For example, regarding patch 1.40 that adds a lot of DLC content already to the game, and also where I discuss the length of the DLC being 15 hours. Yes, really, totally check out the video if you have not already. Thanks a lot for watching. I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.